Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 as we check out some more custom maps. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the best Forza Horizon 5 maps from the past couple of months, and spoiler alert, they're awesome. This map is the West Japan Speedway, made by Sweezy. You probably remember some of his maps, like he made a Monaco map for us recently. That was awesome. This map and all of the maps that we're going to play today were submitted over on the AR12 Discord server by either the people who made them or people who have just played them and thought that they were really cool. If you have any maps that you think I would like, feel free to submit them on the Discord. There's a link down below. Sweezy genuinely makes some of my favorite maps in this game because not only are they just genuinely fun places to drive around and go exploring, but you can also use them as some of the coolest photo locations in this game. How sick is that? Okay, my game is dropping FPS in here big time. That does not look like Forza Horizon 5, and I think I'll be saying that a lot today. Look at this little detail that Sweezy put here. He wanted to put like a U-turn in there, but to make it extra spicy, he threw in a ton of gas pumps just to give it that extra spice. Dude, Event Lab is straight up just the best thing. The buildings everywhere are just beautiful. You know what the craziest part about this is? We're only just getting started. This is Mount Fuji. Sorta, kinda. It's definitely not a big volcano in Mexico. Welcome to Mount Fuji. That's not something I expected to say while playing Forza Horizon 5, but here we are. We gotta climb. Oh my god, my AE86 is dropping speed. Oh dear. Anyways, that's the finish line right there. We don't want to go over there just yet. I think I need to go this way. Just like that. This is properly cool. The guy who made this map, his name is Alex. He put together this unbelievably detailed city. You could take a photo of your AE86 at a gas station in Japan. I love this stuff. It's awesome to see people's creativity like this. Let's see if I can go up on the top of this parking lot. Oh my god, you can see the props spotting in down the bottom. Yes, ton more parking spots up here. I am 100% aware that's the volcano in FH5. But I'm just saying, posters and everything. It's just, I really hope for the next game, the developers really invest in those little details like the trees on the side of the road, a nice little sidewalk, and houses that you can actually drive up to and everything, and like curbs. What a pretty map. I love that. I guess we can now go back through this tunnel and finish up the map and head off to the next one. Before I say what I'm about to say, I just need to say nothing's confirmed. Don't get your expectations up. I'm just gonna say something. I'm gonna put it out into the world. We're all gonna acknowledge it, and then we're all gonna move on, okay? If you pause your game, jump over to the creative lab and into the event lab, and then you jump into the playground editor's choice section of the maps that the developers have decided to feature in the game. Did you know there's not one, not two, not three, but 4 different Japan maps in the featured section? Now that I've definitely not raised up any expectations, we can move on to the next map. This is the South Japan Circuit, also made by Sweezy. When Sweezy shared this map on the AR12 Discord server, he was saying that he spent something like 50 hours building this map, and I think you can agree it was time well spent. Holy detail. Sweezy, we're driving on the wrong side of the road, sir. Sweezy used all of the FH3 apartments, morphed them all together with existing, like, look. Those are the FH3 apartment buildings that have been morphed together to build like this mega structure, and it just comes out looking amazing. Everywhere you look, there's another cool detail. Is it too much to ask to have a whole game that just looks like this? All I'm saying is I would like a really big highway, okay, with some cool details scattered around it that makes it feel alive and not just like a big straight line. Dude, you can even get some cool photos on like the highway. Dude, that's actually wild. Yo, I didn't even notice that before. Look at this building and look at how unreal smart it is. That's a regular FH3 building, the same as that one, except Sweezy went in, put all these like blockers, banners over the side of it with scaffolding to make it look like it's under construction, and then put cranes on the top. All of those have been custom made, and that's just, it's so smart. I don't know what to tell you. I love this stuff. It's just, and not to mention, you can also get some cool photos like this if you Like, I think that's enough of Sweezy's maps for today. I guess we should move on to the next one. This next map is not a Japan map. This is the Stadium Trophy Rush made by a Hess. Again, the same way as Sweezy shared a whole bunch of share codes on the Discord server, so did this guy. This guy has like 8 different share codes for this map for all sorts of different things. So you can race against the AI. That's pretty cool. You can race against the AI, for example. You can race at daytime or nighttime in different classes of cars and so on and so forth. That was really close. This is one of those sorts of maps I think we need to use for some of our challenges, because it's one of those sorts of maps that is actually really simple, but that I think introduces some fun, like, gameplay. It's very, very cool. F for the Jeep. Anyways, I think this would be like a nice little map to go and play around with your friends on, to kind of test your off-road cars a little bit and things like that. Chat says, why does it look like the LA Memorial Coliseum? Chat says it gives Wreckfest vibes. No! You donkey. I really do like maps like this that are simple in theory, but they're just fun to play around with and so on. I really like these. Where was that guy who said it looks like a Coliseum? You guys mean that Coliseum? A guy named Gabriel submitted this over on the AR12 Discord server. You know the LA Coliseum where they host NASCAR on this tiny, tiny little oval? It's absolute chaos. Welcome to the LA Memorial Coliseum. You absolutely love to see it. This is so cool. So if you've never seen this before, it is a real life tiny little oval in LA, and it looks just like this, and it's crazy. So hold on a second. I wonder if I could break out of the map 1 second. Maybe like here? Dude, wait, are all of these fence pieces custom made? No way. Dude, all the fence pieces are custom? That would have taken so long. That's one of those little things that you look at and you completely take for granted. You can go up into the stands. There's like a scoreboard all the way up here. And then look at that. What a view. You've got all of this stadium seating. You've got the cool like arches, I guess, columns, whatever you want to call them, all the way over there at the back. You've got like the cool hangout area over there. What a well done map. It really is those little details, like those fence pieces that they just look like fence pieces. And if it's your first time playing this game, you would never look at those and think they're out of place. But the more you know, the more impressive this map gets. And it's just like, whoa, how did that guy make that and that and that? Chat says drive out and explore. I don't think there's anything out here. Oh, there's goal. All right, let's go to the next map. Something a bit quicker, maybe. What I'm about to show you now is going to blow your mind. You know the guys from the Forza Creators Guild, like GT Deny, Type Hard Fart, or the man himself, Twisted Knot? They made a collab to build a series of Japanese maps, and this is one of them. I'm gonna show you my favorite 3 from them. Welcome to the Backstreets of Japan, and more of these just mind-blowing maps. So, you know before when I was saying that I had a sneaking suspicion the guys were teaming up to build prefabs to build these Japanese maps? As it turns out, that's actually what's going on. I don't know in this series of maps that I'm gonna show here how many of them are like filled with prefabs, but a lot of the things around here might be. Yo, this is cool. Oh, what? I missed a corner. Oh, I was supposed to turn here. Sorry. Dude, it's just crazy that all of these are custom. Oh my God. Dude, what? Dude. What? People are gonna use this map for clickbait. I can already see it. Hi, it's me who's gonna use it for clickbait. That's crazy. It's another one of those maps that pretty much wherever you are, you can open up your camera and just get like poster-worthy screenshot like photos. I don't know why every time I open my camera, everything's like blue, but there's like blue light being cast off stuff. That's really cool. The checkpoints are hidden inside of the building. That's so smart to not mess up people's photos, but still guide them around the map in the way that you want. Wow, and look under here. You've got a super cool spot for like some car meet activities. Love that. And then we head back out and we've done a lap of our first collab map. I think we should move on to the next one. The next map is actually made by the one and only Josie. So this is Yokoso. I've never heard of Yokoso. Is that a real place? No. No. Did this dude make a tree and use confetti as the leaves to make it look like cherry blossoms? Josie is actually built different. Oh my God, look at all the extra trees around here too. All the trees just transform this area. I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. I can't wait for the developers to get rid of the Xbox One generation because I want to see tree density like this everywhere. This might be one of the prettiest maps I've ever played in this game. Hold. I'm driving into the temple. This is just beautiful. That's actually wild. Chat says, am I tripping? Is there a second volcano? No, don't tell me this guy made a volcano. Oh my God, look at the tree density. Wait, what? Wait, I'm facing south? Wait, what? He made a mountain? We're actually playing a different game. We're playing a goddamn different game. Are you shitting me? How does Josie not work for the developers yet? Are you kidding me? He made a goddamn... What more do you want? That's actually unreal. I love how some dude in chat was like, yo, am I tripping or is there a second mountain? And then we all just went, wait, what? That's not the volcano. Okay, FH6 officially leaked. Chat, can somebody screenshot this and like put it on Reddit or something? Because you know a bunch of the 12-year-olds on there are gonna lose their mind. Cat says, where on the map are you? Look, I'm on this drift road. You know the drift zone that runs alongside like the reservoir over here? If I go this way, you'll see exactly where we are as soon as we get around this corner because it'll change. See what I mean? How crazy is that? Josie just builds incredible things. We have one more map for the collab. This is part 3 of the collab. This one's made by GT Deny, and it is again another one of those brilliant photo maps and just a breathtaking driving road. This is one of those like proper hill climbs that goes all the way up and down the side of a virtual mountain. We're on Event Lab Island. Everything you see has been hand placed. I love these sorts of maps though that are just so nice to drive. Like, look at this. It's unbelievably smooth. Look at the pieces of floor interconnected into one another. I can't imagine how long it took to just build the floor for this map. And then there's that. Yeah. Chat, what do we think? Do we like it? I think you can see what I mean today when I say there was definitely a theme going into today's video. A bit of a prediction I wanted to make of sense. Or of sorts. Is it just a random coincidence that the developers have shared 4 Japanese maps on the Event Lab as PG editor's choice? Is that just a coincidence? Or are they going, hey, nudge, nudge, wink, wink? Are we even gonna find out about FH6 on June 8th? That is the real question. Dude, that's a cool photo too. That's a really cool photo too. Should we do one more of the collab map? I think we should do one more of the collab map. This last map I'm gonna show you is just art. The reason I was hesitant to showcase this map is because it just plays better on PC and I'm playing on Xbox, so it is what it is. Josie made a waterfall. These are parts of like the Halo update. These are like Covenant something blockers, and he's combined them to make a waterfall, integrate them into rocks and everything. And then there's a huge rising sun. Like I said, the car for this map isn't really that important because when you can take photos that look like that, kind of makes up for it. That's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, all of those aren't actually stars. Those are little lanterns that Josie plays. I think Josie has a new favorite thing that he likes building though, and I think it's mountains. Josie's a mountain enthusiast, some might say. Yo, it's not actually only a waterfall. It's actually a goddamn river that goes all the way. Dude, I'm supposed to have words to describe these things, and I don't. It's just unbelievable. I truly don't understand. Number one, How Josie even begins these builds, I don't understand. Oh, this is where that cool photo's from. Are you kidding? It's almost one of those things that if somebody told you they were doing it, if I said, hey, I'm gonna use these Halo Covenant dropship blockers to build a waterfall and a river, you would go, you'd laugh. But when you can see Josie's like vision for it and how well it just all works together, it's unbelievable. Those are some of the best maps in FH5 for this month. If you want to submit your maps to this series, send them on the Discord server and I'll have a skill issue on them.